All right, what's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. See if I cut this camera off. No, I can't. Anyway, for anybody who popping up, I'm going impromptu because I'm watching the game and whatnot. But as you can see by the title, what is the hot girl summer success rate? This came up because what wound up happening was I was talking to a coworker of mine earlier today, and she was talking about relationship type stuff. And I was asking, I said, so what value do you bring to the relationship? She paused and she couldn't tell me at first. Topaz, how you doing? Mark, what's popping up? Black Zeus, what's good? And she was telling me, she couldn't think of nothing off the top. And then the conversation morphed into, she was like, some girls just want to have a hot girl summer. Ron, what's happening? I'm watching the NFL game. I don't even be watching TV like that. Double C. Rollo, what's going on, fam? And we got into the topic of, she was talking about some girls just want to have a hot girl summer. And I was like, what's that success rate? And we was laughing because she started naming, he's like, okay, this woman's successful. And then I paused. I said, okay, how about this? What's the black woman's hot girl summer success rate? Because she brought up Kim Kardashian. It was Kim Kardashian and J-Lo was the winners. And here go Lovely all these shenanigans. And she brought up them two. And I was like, so what about the black women? And then, what's happening, Carlos? And then she was like, okay, well, let's think of a black woman. So at the time, she got Gucci Mane's wife, Nene Leakes, and Candy Burroughs. Gregory, what's popping? Yeah, I'm going to get to that too, fam. I'm going to get to that. Shout out to O'Shea if he out there, man. Thanks, Rollo, man. Because, I've been doing stuff. So I'm going to try to go live tomorrow too, but I'm going to catch up with O'Shea. But it wasn't good. I ain't going to lie. It was three major women we could think about. Nene, Candy Burroughs, and Gucci's wife. What's up, Vern? And the crazy part about it, well, it was like she was fast at the time. You know what I'm saying, Gregory? So Nefertiti, how you doing? Challenger, what's going on? Danique, what's going on? Now, the crazy part about it was at the time we was like, because the hot girl summer thing has been going on really for the last 30 years, to be perfectly honest. America, what's going on? I'm not really finna get on the sisters, but I'm finna give them some game after I put this down. Garcelle, what's going on? You know, and what happened was, it was like, yo, she came up with three people. I said, so in 30 years, all you could bring up was three women who were successful at turning being a thought into something profitable or with a happy ending. And part of what we was laughing about was also this fact that, okay, what about the girls you know in your real life? What about the girls who's having hot girl summers when you was in high school and college? How they panning out? Mike, what's going on? And all of us together, the vast majority, man, thanks, Big Pope. The vast majority of us was like, yeah, all them girls who just fast, thought, the most popular chick, the cool chick, the one with the banging body that was using sex as their way to get ahead, the vast majority of them, their life didn't end well. It just didn't work out. Those hot girl summers just didn't end well for them. They were shot. Now they regretful. Yeah, well, I had to add one all hard. I was like, you know what? I gave her one. I said, you know what? Steve Harvey wife. So we got four that we could think of off the top of our head in 30 years. And that took us about 30 minutes. And that was part of the issue. Some of these girls wind up with kids and they get older. They want, and what the criteria for successful meant is she happily married? And it was like, okay, we know, and there was like, I could tell you a lot of girls in college who was having sex with a lot of people. I ain't finna do all, yeah, Steve Harvey daughters, man, yeah, the mama is the one. What's up, J-Do? Deadly Smile, my bad. Uh, Thoughts rule the world. Yeah, Mike, it's interesting. So one of the things that was going on with that was like, all right, those four wound up on the winning end so far, but the vast majority of women didn't, and the only women um, that they could think of who actually won out was girls who had to leave their town that they got a reputation for being a slut in, and went to another town and completely changed their way with a yeah hustle habit was popping with a new lease on life, and she didn't do her thottiness in this new town, and she could have met a man, married a man, had kids, and my homeboy was talking about it. JBA, thanks, man. You know, and here was the thing about it. The thing was, he was like, what the woman I was talking to, she was like, well, you can't turn those girls into housewives. And the guy, he was like, well, if she moved towns, this guy don't know what she was in her current town. So it's not like he trying to turn her into, turn a thought into a housewife. He's just like, oh my God. Like he thinks he's met a girl and she's really trying to make up for her past transgressions. So then while I'm at work, I start listening to the Great Liberators, Amiri, right? And when I'm listening to Amiri, one of the women was talking about guys taking advantage of young women because the DJ came up, right? The DJ Pope dude, DJ Kid, Jason Pope, whoever that clown is. I talked about him on a video not too long ago. But I started thinking, there's like some of these girls don't have game, and what I decided to add into this discussion is this is why these girls in this hot girl summer are not successful, because people are not telling them what it really is. So for all you women who participate in your own destruction, all heart, what's going on? Young Jay, what's happening? All you women who participate in your own destruction, I'm finna give y'all some game about how you wind up on the losing end. DC, what's going on? Now, what's problem number one? You got issues at home. I see a lot of times you ladies think that y'all are smarter than men, and but because for the most part y'all more emotional, when you got issues at home, you're trying to do anything you can to get away from home, which makes you suspect. Latrell, what's going on? Oh yeah, I'm gonna get to that too, Jado. So you and your mom might be getting into it. You and your other family members might be getting into it. You might want to feel like you're um yeah, not smart but cunning. You might feel like, if you want to just meet a guy because they told you guys could be easily manipulated, and there's always going to be a guy to sweep you off your feet or to take care of you when you're not taking care of yourself. So because you got home issues, now you're going out into the world dating, looking for somebody to take you away from your family instead of doing what you need to do to get on your feet and not be in that predicament, right? But I think Pat Mahomes hurt. Yeah, I think Pat Mahomes hurt. Anyway, oh yeah, he hurt. Now, the other thing about that is this. So now, because you got home issues, y'all can't tell. Guys see your home issues on you from a mile away. We do. We see when you're trying to get away. We see when you're looking for an out. And there's two type of guys: guys who are going to take advantage of you, and guys who are going to help you. Now, what winds up happening is a lot of women are attracted to the guys who are going to take advantage of you. You know, True for Troll. And I'm with it, wazam. That's that New Orleans tone right there. You know, so what's gonna happen is you're gonna deal with these guys for the most part you're attracted to, who want to use you, and he gonna be attractive. You gonna like him, this, that, and the third. But the guy that just want to help you, he just so nice. But because he want to help you and not manipulate you in the situation, a lot of y'all not attracted to that, y'all, because I don't know what it is. You're not getting something out the deal, or it might be pushing your limits to as far as conscious concerned, because you might just be looking for an out, and he might be looking for a woman. So you just trying to find your out. But both guys, whether they're the nice guy or the player, Hustle Habit. What you got? Power versus Force is a great book. Okay, explains how girls. All right, I appreciate that. They want to force through lack of power. I got you. I got you. And hustle, man. This same hustle that used to, yeah. What's happening with you, dog? What's happening? It's a long time. I never said what's happening. But the other thing about that is, here's the problem. Now you put these girls in a position, well, what's going on? That they're not going to be able to get out of. You know what I'm saying? The hell is that? Now the other thing is this. This, come on, truth is out there. The other thing is this. The second part of this is girls mature faster than boys. Salute to you too, Hustle. Girls mature faster than boys. I'm going to tell you what the problem with that is. Now, what winds up happening when y'all tell these chicks that you tell these young ladies that girls mature faster than boys. Oh man, thanks, Truth. When you Olga, thank you, fam. Aubrey, what's happening? When they say girls mature faster than boys, these girls don't look at boys their own age. So they're looking at people older than them. So because they're looking at people older than them, they actually think, oh, I could, you know what, I could, I'm grown. No, you're not grown. Thus, the situation with this Jason Pope dude is partially the same situation that happens with, when people was talking about R. Kelly. Why he dating them young girls? Blah 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 blah. Paul, what's going on? The problem with that is this. I ain't doing no call-in show, lovely lady. I'm sitting here actually watching the game. This was impromptu like a mug. Bo, what's going on? And what winds up happening is these girls, since they mature, they feel like they mature faster. They make dumb decisions because they think they're grown and they're around adults or older men and older women, and they think they know what's going on and they crash dummies. And because they feel like they're more mature than the guys their age, they actually think that equals them being as mature as adults. And it's not. It's not. And this is where it all goes left for these girls, because they wind up being prey. Because, I remember when I was 20 years ago, when I was in high school, girls used to be messing with older men. We don't mess with you high school, y'all boys. Now, we the same damn age, but y'all boys. What's happening with it, fam? What's up, Mo? We boys. But these same girls in high school, they grown women. So, now they dating college guys and grown men, and more so grown men in the neighborhood, not college guys, because where I live, there was no college near. And now they getting turned out by these grown men because for some odd reason they think they grown too. So now they smashing, getting smashed by these grown guys. Sometimes the dope boys, sometimes coaches, sometimes little league coaches rather, the barbers, the guys that didn't care, that were in the neighborhood, that were grown. They don't care about that. They must have had no fathers. Well, you know what? Some of those girls didn't have fathers. That goes to the home issue. And some of those girls did have fathers, and they had fathers and brothers, and what they would do is they would sneak out. So their fathers and brothers don't find out about their situations, because they're going to dead those situations when they find them out. So they wanted to do what they wanted to do, and some of them got themselves in bad situations. The chicks got pregnant, Chicks got abortions. Chicks chicks got what you call that, turned out and became thoughts. And unfortunately, some chicks got raped. Some dads don't teach their daughters game. Yeah, and this is one of the things why I'm doing this, Rachel, because some of these girls play themselves, because that's the thing about when you want to be, when you think you're grown and you're not, and you think you hustling these guys. Oh, I'm getting money out of him, and and you're younger, so you're in his super cheap budget, so you think you doing something big, and he taking you to some low budget restaurant or some low budget event, and you like, see this grown man treating me like a woman, but you ain't even a woman yet. Now, which makes me reach into this other part, older men. And I got to tell, my little nieces and stuff like this. Stop acting like you want older men. Because a man who's older than you when you're young, what up, Jeremy? A man who's older than you when you're young, regular, what's up? A guy who's older than you when you're young is preying on you 9 times out of 10. Because he should be able to pick up women his age. That's real talk. Like, he should be able to talk to women in his age group. Now I'm almost 40. I don't really like talking to younger women because they really don't have it up here. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of them think they do. Red pill, what's going on? Can a thought be rehabilitated? I mean, yeah, but that's gonna be a long road, fam. Tony Davis was popping. So what winds up happening, and I hate to say it this way, AC, what's going on? Because these young girls think, oh man, he an older man, he more mature, he's seasoned, he know what he doing. That's part of the sex problem. Because see, a lot of you young girls like having sex with older guys because he's more experienced. This is part of these hot girl summer things. So now when you got used, abused, turned out, thotted out, you got pregnant by a dude's going raw because you trying to prove you just that you having sex like a grown woman. You a woman too. And it's like, man, you finna, you know, you finna get yourself caught up, And I hate to say it. Yeah, man, everything's been cool. Anthony, what's going on? Actually, yeah, absolutely it does. Carlos. And at my age, I get like, say if a woman is 30 dating somebody 40, 50, 60, she's fully grown at that particular time. You know what I'm saying? So I can't say nothing to her. Sean, what's going on? But the women like 25 and younger doing that, y'all getting played. And really, y'all really not necessarily getting played. Y'all playing y'all doggone selves. Because what's really happening is you really want to be a grown woman so bad. Kojak, what's up, O'Shea? You know, you really want to be a grown woman so bad that you put yourself in a bad predicament and you ain't going to listen to nothing nobody else has to say, which is trifling. Real trifling. Stupid, too. Dion, what's going on? Sister, what's going on? So now we dealing with these shenanigans because, you dealing with older men and you think you're going to get something out of this deal. No, you're not. No, you're not. Because, truth be told, all you getting is what you asked for, experience. Just in case. You want a sexual experience. You want to be able to go to certain restaurants and say, you've been here. You want to go on trips. So you really pimping yourself out to this older guy, and the older guy sees you coming a mile away because guess what? You easy pickings. He don't want nothing serious. You ain't trying to be serious, no way. And a lot of girls who date older men don't necessarily want to be with older men and older men don't want to have no more kids normally. And they might be older, divorced, widow, whatever. T, what's going on? So ultimately, they're really not trying to settle down again per se. And sometimes you younger women who want to get with older men, Here's another thing. He gets older too, you know. So when you want somebody around your age and look a certain way, you're gonna be with an old man, and then she want to dip out and start cheating, you know. And you made that commitment, and the older guys know this about you too, you know. They know that about you too. Like he didn't gave you the life you're looking for, so now you got to be with the old man. It is what it is. You signed up for that. Now the fourth thing, which is interesting, how a lot of chicks get played is money. See, a lot of y'all ladies get played because y'all want something for nothing. Y'all want a free ride. Y'all want a free lunch. And just because a man is a man is supposed to be a provider, a lot of y'all ladies are really, really whoring yourselves out. I mean, really whoring yourselves out. And the guys see you coming a mile away because guess what? Even if you got your own, you ain't trying to spend it. You know, and it's not really a problem that you know it's not really a problem that happens. Hold on, let me holler at O'Shea now, cause he just messaged me. Give me 1 second, y'all. Uh, Sorry for taking so long. All right. So my apologies, y'all. My apologies. I wanted to hit him back. Um, this free lunch thing starts killing y'all because guess what you wind up doing? You know, you want the money so bad, whether it's for your lifestyle, whether you're still trying to get away, whether you're trying to be on your own, whether you're trying to, just live your best life, hot girl summer, whatever. Because part of this hot girl summer is robbing dudes, which I find kind of interesting because I hope y'all realize these guys nowadays will hurt you. You know, dang Anthony, yeah, yeah, I can dig that too. So now that you're looking for money, you know, and a lot of times, a lot of the women who look for money, you're very reckless with money, and you don't you're bad spenders. You're not really good savers. So what you're looking for is a man to subsidize your life, and guys see that coming a mile away because you're just not disciplined. And a lot of women like that are very much so overly materialistic, and they want stuff, but not really substance. You know, they wear the pants underwear. That's cold, but let's see. And that's one of the issues when you ladies are looking for money, cash. These guys see you, and you just prostituting yourself out. Because the other thing about having this money situation is a lot of ladies want a lot from men, but don't bring much to the table. And this hustle where you think he got to prove to you how worthy he is, and one day you're gonna show up and be the woman that he would want to marry. Guys see that coming a mile away too, right? Because if it's in you to be a good woman, you're gonna be a good woman. It doesn't. You don't gotta scam a guy and hustle a guy and buy this, do this, jump this hoop, take me, prove yourself this way and that way, and then buy a ring and then marry me, and then I'm gonna show you how much of a wife I could be. That's bullshit. If you ain't being a wife during the date, if you don't have wife qualities during the dating and courting process, it just ain't in you. That's what it is. It's not in you, and you just trying to get over. And part of the money game is guys know this. So a lot of y'all get mad about how you get played in the end, but really you played yourself. Now the other thing is going to be kind of interesting because it goes with the money part is you women who bring up your education, y'all fair game. Y'all getting game too. Because a lot of y'all, quote unquote, got y'all education to get jobs and careers and be independent so you don't have to depend on men. You know what I'm saying? So now that you, quote unquote, don't have to depend on men, you know, shit, hold up. Now that you don't have to depend on men, you're going to have one of those situations where, you know, you got your education, you ready to do your thing, this, that, and the third, and it is what it is. So now it's like, all right, I tell you what, if you got your education so well and you so smart and you willing to take care of yourself, so if you willing to take care of yourself, here's the issue. The issue is you forgot about your education costing you money. You forgot how far you might have financially put yourself in the hole because you wanted to get an education to not depend on a man. Now the problem with it is this man was an imaginary man when a lot of y'all was told this stuff. So now you're not supposed to depend on an imaginary man. That's why you went to college. That's why you got education. Not necessarily because you had an ambition for a certain career. It was just because you're not supposed to depend on no man. So now the weight of the debt of that education is coming on the back end. And now all of a sudden, these guys see you trying to come up. And what I mean by come up, yeah, actually I talked about him I did a show about him, a podcast about him yesterday, Usama. And I talked a little bit about him today, you know. Um, but because you got this education, now what? You know what I'm saying? Now what? And what winds up happening is this. Yeah, I talked about him a little bit because I'm trying to get the women game of how guys take advantage of women because of situations that they've been taught and the situations that they put themselves in. You know, because they get played like that. And it's always everybody else's fault, but it's really not. J-Ski, sometimes it is though. I can't. Some guys just ain't is all off the chain. Now, getting back to the education part. Oh, what's going on? See, getting back to the education part. You smart, but you so smart you stupid. Because now, Jeremy, appreciate it. Now, your education forgot to tell you about debt. Because college don't tell you about debt, no way. They teach you to get all this education, but they don't tell you about debt. So now you're strong and independent and educated, and at the same time, you're just realizing, damn, I'm gonna need a man because how am I gonna take care of myself and pay off these student loans? And then, thus the idea about, how can I have a family now? Because a lot of times, a lot of you ladies get caught up is your debt is so high, a guy does not want to marry you because he doesn't want to take on your debt. And problem. And these guys can see the desperation in that to take advantage of it because a lot of you women with the education, y'all do what the next part of this is. Now you a boss shit. I'm a boss. I'm strong. I'm independent. I'm amazing. I'm a superwoman. I'm black girl magic. Here's the problem with that. Muhammad, what's going on? Here's the problem with that. A lot of that is a facade, and we know it. I'm corporate. Okay, that's cool. And a lot of what goes on is because it's in this situation right now. I know he was at them colleges too, but the vast majority of them girls he was smashing was young girls, you know, and that's the problem, because a lot of these strong and independent types and the educated types and the boss chick types, They're the very first people to get game. Because here's the thing, I don't need no man. And what winds up happening is when you're in there, I don't need no man. You don't have a man to talk to tell you, hey, this is game and this is real. And now you just so grown, you know, guess what you wind up doing to yourself? You wind up gaming yourself out because now this dude is playing you because he's playing you against your own ideology. Oh, girl, you don't need nothing. You got it together. I would love to be in your presence. This is part of that hotel queen thing. She a queen. Why? Because she educated in the boss chick. So he blowing her head up all the meanwhile using her. So he using you, and he a real man because he letting a woman be a true woman, and I'm amazing, and he's not intimidated by me. No, he using you not because you a free lunch because you so stupid that you a boss chick and educated. You don't realize this dude is basically making you the man in a relationship so he can go and be free. Man, thank you, Mark. You know, And then a lot of y'all be like, oh, these men ain't no good. No, it's not that the men ain't no good. It's that you such a boss chick. The only men that will approach you is guys who know they could use you. The same way y'all like gold digging. When you become a boss chick, guys gold dig you. And some of y'all get yourselves gold dug because guess what you wind up doing to yourself? I don't need nobody. I don't want nobody. A man can't do nothing. I could pay for my own meals. I could take my own stuff. I could buy my own car. And do like, cool. You can do all that, cool. All I got to do is drop some of this eggplant off on you. And if I hit it real good because you such a boss chick, you so stressed out from work, that you going to get addicted to the meat. You're going to get addicted to it. Because your life is so stressful because you're trying to be a man so damn much. So now you really tricking, whether you know it or not. I get you what you're saying, Dollar Washer. They do need to start checking each other, but I'm gonna just put it the way it is. Your boyfriend told you he want, hey, but that's what winds up happening. Y'all wind up getting into that mode because of stuff like that. And I'm gonna have to speed up a little bit because you're a boss chick or you see yourself as a boss chick. You gotta remember something. Once you're a boss, the responsibility is on you. So all the good or bad decisions you make are actually on your head. It's your fault. It ain't it ain't who you been around. It ain't who you chose. You the boss. So if you chose a loser, that's because you the boss. You picked that. You the boss. Turf, what's popping, man? My bad, Keenan. What's going on? Young Jay, classy young man, what's going on? You know, but you chose it because once you're a boss chick, once a queen, black girl magic, you have entered the realm of being responsible, uber responsible for your actions. And a lot of times, y'all ladies looking for a guy to blame, and the guys are trying to tell you who not to get with. Don't get with a guy that will let you quote unquote be the boss because he might be using your boss chick against you. Because guess what? If you feel like you the queen and you the mama and you the genius and you the boss, guess what? You gonna be the head of household. You gonna be the breadwinner, and head of household. And he gonna be on vacation on you. And then you're gonna get mad because you're looking for a real man, but you don't want to be with a real man because a real man would have told you don't put yourself in that position because it's super stressful. But you didn't want to listen to that. You wanted to be that boss chick so bad, you put yourself in that situation. And now you want out. And guys ain't trying to hear that. Guys who are about something, they really ain't trying to hear that. Now, the other part about that is because you wind up in situations like that, single mothers. See, single mothers play themselves because I want to have a baby. I want to have something that loves me. Now you got a kid that you're responsible for. You want to have a baby because you wanted to have a baby. And now you got a life. As the guy finds out that that you want to have a baby because you want to have a baby. He might dip on you. And here's the problem. Some guys tell you they love you so much that they want to have a child with you, and they lying because they just want to have raw sex with you, and then they get you pregnant and bounce, and now you stuck with the consequences. Now the difference is this: a lot of times you single mothers don't realize you're looked at as prey because a lot of single mothers have multiple kids. They don't just have one; they have multiple kids. And if you and the problem isn't, if you married, that's understandable. But if you was divorced, rather, that's understandable. But if you're in a relationship and you say the guy wasn't no good, you got one kid with him, and then he still wasn't no good, and you wind up having another kid with him a year, 2 years later, like, what? I don't understand this. Or you have multiple kids with multiple different guys, now you got a problem. Brown Horner, thanks, fam. Now you got a problem. Because now you a single mother to a degree where, you know, nobody told you or to go about it in that way, and you wasn't listening. Some of y'all wanted to be grown at a young age and you wanted to have sex, and you had unprotected sex and you got pregnant. And the problem is, you can always blame the guy because he was supposed to do this and he was supposed to do that. But then when guys get with single mothers, they see how immature a lot of single mothers act. You never show any other brothers disrespect or get involved with the name calling the beefs that are rampant in black. I mean, I've gotten to it a time or two with people, but it's not that serious. You know, it's not that serious. And actually, I got love for everybody in the manosphere, to be perfectly honest. Now, some people, I just, we probably won't be able to get along on panels all the time, but I got love for mostly everybody in the manosphere. Period. It is what it is. I think we all have a purpose. But back to the subject, and Tompkin, yeah, the fault goes both ways. And what winds up happening is, a lot of these single mothers, they don't realize guys prey on you because the guys are listening to your story to see if you really got played or if you was the one playing games. And they're judged if how they gonna deal with you on that. Because a lot of times you don't meet these women's kids, and a lot of times if you meet these women and how they treat their kids, if you're a single mother and you treat your kid in a negative way, you just a sex toy. Period. Because you don't even love your own doggone kids for whatever reason. You know, and this is why part of this. How does this hot girl summer play out? Because like I said, it's not really successful because guess what? It is what it is. And a lot of guys say don't date single mothers and don't mess with single mothers. I'm one that's consistent. I say I can't say that because I got a son, so I can't be one of the guys saying that because that would be hypocritical of me. But I can say this. Single mothers are looked at as easy pickings because they put themselves sometimes in so bad of a position as single mothers that their life is so stressful, they give up the sex easiest. They're working. Some of them going to school to better themselves. Some of them been playing so many games. And I got to talk about this part of it. Some of these women are looking for, say they baby daddy ain't no good because he don't help. But a lot of the guys know this other part. Some of these baby daddies ain't shit. But some of these guys, you ladies, when you were younger, you sabotaged the relationship with that man and his child. And now you want help because you taught your child to be a monster. And now you got to deal with him, but you want the dad to come in and not fix it at 5, 10 years later down the road. And he like, no, you raised them that way. You gonna deal with it. It ain't that he leaving you hanging. It's that you know what? You wanted your kid to be a badass. Now the kid a badass, and now you're a single mom out here on your own with a badass. So you can get a world whatever speech you want to. You know what I'm saying? And that's part of the problem. Epic, man, what's popping? That is part of the problem also. We don't ever talk about that though. They are less likely to deal with single mothers, Henry. They are. Now, the other part I got to talk about is the a lot of ladies don't want to compete, and guys make y'all compete, and I'm gonna tell you how. When these guys are single, a lot of y'all don't. A lot of ladies don't like talking to single men. I don't know why that is about y'all. It's just female culture, but if a man is married or taken, women see that guy. He's some another woman actually settled down with him. When a man's with a woman, being with a woman actually raises his stock. You know what I'm saying? So now, what these women want to be with these guys, which is very interesting because you want to be with these guys when they're taken. And here's the problem: a lot of ladies don't realize this, and this is how y'all get played. Sometimes most married men and men in relationships know this to be true. He could find another woman whenever he wants to because your stupid ass is always in the wings waiting. So because you in the wings, I could take him. He must be a good man because she got him. He could smash you and he'd be like, oh my God, he ain't nobody, he ain't no good. He with me and he with her. I'm gonna leave him alone. Guess what? It's 10 more chicks like you who thought the same thing you did before you had sex with this guy, that you could get him from this woman. Now, the other part about it is this that people just don't want to address. When these guys are taken, there are a lot of ladies who like disrespecting other women when they with their man. They like flirting with other with a or low key flirting with a guy in front of his woman. Guys see that, and when guys see that, it's like okay, whether he's taken, whether and he can even and this goes for guys who are single and not even taken per se. They could be with a family member or a friend, and y'all do it. And he peep it. Okay, she easy pickings because what this is about is taking another woman's man. Okay, you gonna get exactly what you asked for. Oh yeah, I bet they do. I bet they fall for the BS. You know, and now the guys, this guy's looking at it like, okay, all right, what we gonna do? I'm gonna deal with you. And you know what was crazy? Was it Adrian? It don't even be thirst. A lot of times it be arrogance. It's arrogance. It's not even thirst. It's flat out arrogance. You know, but it is what it is. Um, but when you're dealing with these married men and these taken men, because it's a lot of side chicks. It's a lot of side chicks. I'm never gonna be a side chick. You a damn lie. If you can't tell me you've been dating a man 6 months to a year, you don't know where you live, you ain't never really been to his house, or you've been to his house at odd times. You can only come and have sex. You're going out to eat at weird places at weird times. Never really when couples are out. You know you a damn side chick. You know what I'm saying? Stop. And a lot of you ladies get turned on by being side chicks. That the thrill of stealing another woman's man and the thrill of maybe getting caught. We not stupid. This is why some of y'all are fair game. And some guys are already on the outs with a woman anyways. So you really ain't a side chick. You ain't even a rebound chick. You just a filler in. And he used the auspices of having a relationship to reel your dumb behind in. You think you're gonna get a man? No, he just looking for some sex while he's on the house with his woman. And if they break up, you still the sex. He don't want you because he was in a relationship already. He don't want to be in a relationship again. You actually think you're gonna get him. You stupid. Now These next two subjects are, are for a reason, back to back. Mr. Nice Guy. See, a lot of you ladies get played because you want to have your hot girl summer. And that's why, what is the success rate? So you want to have make all these stupid decisions, all these ridiculous decisions, all these mistakes. You, you'll be a side chick if you spinning that bag. But that's interesting. If you know, when you selling yourself for the bag, you got to remember you sold yourself. Don't blame nobody else after that, though. I know you playing, but I'm just saying. You know. But Mr. Nice Guy, oh, he was so nice. Mr. Nice Guy winds up being a bane of a lot of you hot girl summer type chicks' existence because he wasn't attractive. He was lame. He was not cute at the time. You know, he was actually traditional and wanted to be a family man. You didn't want that. Yeah, you know, man, we going with these. What's going on, Katie? I'm about to be out of here too, man. You be killing them. I'll be listening to you at work like Jesus Christ. And by the way, you are definitely a very damn talented writer. I was listening to the story about the predators and stuff. You, you're freaking genius with your pen. I'm gonna just tell you that now. But let me get back to this, Mr. Nice Guy. He's the bane of a lot of you ladies' existence because guess what? Guess what happened? What's up, Truck Turner? Mr. Nice Guy starts getting cuter over the years. He starts getting more established over the years. Marcus, what's popping? Yeah, we gonna get on the pill tomorrow, fam. Yeah, we gotta hook it up. He gets more attractive. He gets more established. He might get more confident. Mr. Nice Guy might have been cute, but might have been less confident when he was younger. So he was too nice, but it really was he wasn't confident enough. You know, man, I'm not giving you my email because you started here trolling on O'Shea, man. I ain't with that. I ain't with the shenanigans. You know, y'all do that with other people. I'm not in. I'm not playing those games. Don't have time for it. Now, the other thing about that is when they get back, these guys wind up getting confident in life. They can still be nice guys, but they become better men. So now you see this guy in public. Now you see this guy dating. Now you see this guy with other women. Or you just see this guy living his life and you're like, I could have been with him. Yeah, you could have. But you played yourself. And now he see you played yourself. And the problem with Mr. Nice Guy is when he comes up is this. He's got a chance to watch you get played by the older men, get played by the married man, get played by the player, get used up by the dusty ass dude that let you just do it, that let you be a strong, independent black woman and run yourself into the ground. He watched you get played by your baby daddy. And he's looking at you like you damaged. Not just even if you had kids, you damaged mentally because now you ain't a nice girl anymore. If you ever were a nice girl. See, a lot of these ladies, y'all want Mr. Nice Guy, but you don't wind up being a nice girl by the time you want Mr. Nice Guy again. Or you want the Mr. Nice Guy. It's over with. You mean. You mean spirited. You're lazy. You want him to make up everything to you. For Goshen, what's popping, man? My bad. Black YouTube, what's going on? You want him to make up for all this stuff. Exactly. He sees that you don't love yourself. So you thinking that, oh, I can always double back to Mr. Nice Guy. A lot of time, Mr. Nice Guy, if he's nice, he don't want that bitterness in his life. Which has me ending with this. There's no love. Tell you why. You played yourself because you chased swagger, you chased trips, you chased trying to get away from home, you chased the bag, you chased wanting older men, you chased experiences, and you know, and now you have no idea what love is. You have no idea how to be a good person or a giving person. You have no idea to sacrifice. You have no idea what it takes to build with a person, because you've been prepping yourself up for a come up, but you never prepped yourself up for a good life. What's up, Mister? You never prepped yourself for a good life, so you have no idea what it's actually like to give love. Now you want to meet these guys and you want them to love on you and love you back in the health and to love you back in the mental, spiritual, and physical help again, and you don't realize something. You have no clue how to love anymore. You perverted your own love. Tony, what's popping? You know, it's like cupcakes. No such thing as love. There is a such thing as love. You just obviously don't know that right now. So now that you don't know what you're doing anymore, and that's the thing. Ladies want to be, and here's where we got it. Goshen, man, thanks. I was about to be out of here, man. I don't even, man. Thank you, man. Shalom. Y'all be making a tear come to my eye because I don't even be doing. I'm not in it for that. But thank you very much. Uh, the crazy part about this, and it's always been the same to me, to look at this from this aspect. A lot of these ladies talk about how much they want men to do for them, but they have no idea how to love a man. Do you think future women will finally find a good guy due to the economy? I I think a lot of these women gonna find good men because of the economy, but the issue is not gonna be finding a good man. The issue is gonna be keeping a good man because they don't know how to love a good man. You don't want to cook because that's a problem. You don't want to clean because that's a problem. And I'm just using, and we use that cook and clean thing just as a synopsis of what are you gonna do to let this guy know that you care about him that's not sexual. A lot of these women don't buy gifts, don't write notes, don't court their man, don't send them lovely songs or send them pictures or none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, they don't do none of that. Well, I gotta give it to them because it's like they're not getting it, so I'm gonna give it to them now. Natalie, I'm about to be gone. You know, so where do I see them? So where do you see them in the future? Samaj, I kind of see what I see is a lot of ladies are going to compete for men, but a lot of women are going to come to a reality that they're having a hard time. Um, they're too prideful to actually do something for a man. And like AC said, the lesbian part of it is a lot of these women are raised to do the sisterhood is do more for women than they do for men. So they got to get over that men are beneath them. And until they do that, they're gonna always have a problem. Right? Like some women just hate men, but oh man, I'm about to upload it, fam. You know, and this is what I said. A lot of women don't bring anything to the table because the stuff that they bring to the table they're not willing to share. So you got stuff to bring to the table, but you're not willing to share it. You want him to share everything that he brings to the table. So we're having this conversation. You playing yourself because you so selfish. You're not putting no skin in the game. You're not putting your cards on the table. You're not putting your chips on the table. So guess what you're doing? You know, you want him to put all of his chips on the table for you while you holding yours while they're on the table, and you expecting him to believe that you down for him, and you not. Because you gotta take a risk. A lot of these women ain't willing to take a risk as far as giving up themselves because they spent this hot girl summer shit they've been doing that hot girl summer shit so long and with no rewards, they don't know how to be a grown woman. See, the hot girl summer don't work. The grown woman thing actually work. But a lot of these women ain't really grown women. And because they ain't really grown women, they'll never have a real relationship, never have a real love in life never have a real family situation, even if they were single mothers, because they want these guys to do too much for them and not willing to do much anything for them. So it'd be bullshit. It'd be straight bullshit. So this hot girl summer has no success rate. You know, none. It's a 0.04%. So until you actually put your big girl drawers on, you're gonna keep getting played by guys, because guys are preying on the fact that a lot of women ain't gonna get it together because they too damn selfish and scared. So they gonna tell you you a queen. They gonna tell you you black girl magic. They gonna tell you you a boss. They gonna tell you you may be young but you ready. And you know what? You gonna buy a hook, line, and sinker. And all he's thinking about is, I could give you this meat for free now because I just pumped up your delusional ego, and that's all you really wanted. I sold you a bill of goods that said you was the top dog. You were great, no matter what. Like, okay, all right. So it's like, it is what it is. You know, you got played like that. So I'm gonna get out of here, y'all. Thank y'all for showing up. I really appreciate y'all. Catch y'all on the next one. I feel like they'll be nicer and willing to act submissive. They will be nicer. It's just they gonna have to have a. It's gonna they gonna have to put in some work to actually be given. But peace, fam. I'm out. Catch y'all later. Tomorrow I'm gonna do it. Me and O'Shea gonna go live tomorrow. Peace.